go now, and the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On second down, Barber. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, Winston. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
Even.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to the running game with Barber. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Barber. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Ready? Blue lane. Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's go. Defense. Man up. Man up. Easy.
Now Winston. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Fourth down, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. Ready, Mike, 45. I got one. Watch twist. Twist. 8. 20.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Forced out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. Past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, look your rooms at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge on your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back state. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. On first down, Barber. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Wait. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Right there. 54. 54 Mike.
From the red zone now, Winston. Buying time to his left. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Off play action. Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll go again to Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry by Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Evans has it left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive line?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston gives to Barber. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Easy. Wait. Check out now.
A carry for Barber. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, it's Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. On second down now, it's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Jones. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, Newton. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. On second down now, it's Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Barber. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Jameis to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run again with Blunt. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got 8. Get it.
Play action. It's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton looking for the tight end Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's get it to
Here's Winston. He's got Evans. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, here comes Barber. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Matt Gay for the Buccaneers field goal.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it to the right side, and he's got more complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Damian Buckley. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
To throw again. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that.